episode of Rat Rod Bob's School of Rat Rodology. And a little shop where dreams come true. Yeah, I guess I ought to wash my hands. Yeah, so stick around, I'll show you some of the stuff I've done on these headers and all. So what I done went and done, I got me a piece of 3/8 by 3-inch wide flat bar. I clamped my manifold down on there and I took some of this cheap yellow paint that's good for nothing, only $2, and I sprayed each one of them holes so I could see where the bolt hole exactly is. Then I could take the manifold off and use my punch to get a punch mark in the center of those holes and get them on my milling machine and drill them out. Yeah, not really happy with that. Maybe this will help. The most important thing, get the bolt holes drilled in the right place where they bolt onto the head, so yeah, that. Finally got them done. After several hours, plasma cutting, drilling, grinding, Dremel tool, flap disc. Yeah, several hours. So the bottom line is, if you got a small block Chevy or a big block Chevy, get on eBay or somewhere, go ahead and buy your header flanges, because unless you just absolutely broke and you got some metal laying around. But for this 351 modified, it's a totally different story. I checked the prices, I couldn't find none no cheaper than like 80, 100 bucks for a pair of flanges for a 351 modified. So that's why I chose to spend, like, I think it was like $10 or $15, yeah, $10 or $15 for the flat bar, 16 inches. Well, I don't remember how long it was. A couple, 2 or 3 feet of flat bar was like 10 or 15 bucks, and like four hours work. I would say 4 or 5 hours. Well, for a normal person, it probably wouldn't take me 3, but me it took like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, so header flanges for a 351M is gonna cost you 80 or 100 bucks. If you got a small block Chevy, you in luck, because you get them real cheap on at Speedway or eBay or somewhere like that. Big block Chevy's cheap, but this 351 modified Ford, not so much. So yeah. Okay, tip of the day. Tip of the day. What do you do when your old boots get wore out? I put my finger all the way through there. Don't work too good for walking on shavings in the shop, metal shavings. So what you do in that case, you go to Wally World and you buy your brand new pair for 20 bucks. Yep. Lasts me about a year, so there's that. So what I done went and done, I had 2 of these 180 bends, and I done took one and cut it. I cut 4 45s out of it, and then you got to smash one end a little bit to make it fit that oval. stick them in there, give them a little rat rod weld from the back side, run it across my belt sander, smooth it up. So yeah, that one's done. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on and finish welding the pipes before I do the other one. So gonna look something like that. I just got these stuck in there. I got to weld them to the 45 stub outs. So that ought to be fun. There you have it, one header. Still might have to trim this back pipe off a little bit more, but I'd rather it won't be too long, too short. Hey, I think I'm getting better on my welding. What do you think? Yeah, looks good. Now, if any of you guys would like to learn my technique on doing this dirt diver weld, I'll be happy to oblige. Or if you prefer my rat rod gorilla power weld, I can show you how to do that one too. But hey, I hope it leaks a little bit. You know why? Because I mean, you guys my age know that if you got an exhaust leak somewhere and we let off the gas, it's gonna evidently gonna bow, pow, pow, backfire out of the tailpipe. So I'm hoping this is like one of them old overseas cars back in the 20s with the pipes coming out of the side like that. When they're driving, they got the backfire fire flying out of them, and so that'd be cool if it does that. But I mean, yeah, I could make that weld. I could grind it down, weld over it. I could fix that. But hey, it looks good to me. Rat rod. It's kind of rat roddy, huh? Okay, that's what it looks like. Installed. I might have to bend those beads in a little more. I might have to go around a pipe and bend those with the ball peen hammer and bend those beads in a little more around those holes, make those holes a little bigger. It just depends. I'm gonna crank it up, see how much, when I crank it up, I'm gonna see how much the motor shakes with those motor mounts. Yeah, I might have to make those holes a little bit bigger. But it looks good like that, don't it? Yeah, that back pipe is a little bit, needs to shorten it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm digging it. I ain't sure, but my tire may have caught a virus. That'll work. That'll work. In case you guys wondering how I done this, after I built the flange and put the little stub outs, I bolted it back on there, and I measured each pipe, cut each one. Then I stuck it in there, lined it up, let it sit at the bottom of the hole, put one little tack at the top. Then come out here and picked it up, got it centered the best I could. I put some more tacks around there on each one. And then I took the whole thing out, hit her off, set it on the table and welded it up. Next, I got to deal with the ugly part. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But hey, thanks to you guys, I know how to wire it all up now, so appreciate all you sending that information to me. I got it. I know exactly how to do it now. Now, some of you said I need to just ditch that distributor and get an HEI distributor. And yeah, they got them on eBay. I can get them on eBay for about 47 bucks shipping and all. But the problem is All those are made in China, and I ain't real happy with China right now. So what I'm going to do is hook this Duraspark up and see what happens. I mean, it run before, it should still run. If I do everything like I'm supposed to, ground the Duraspark module really well and wire it up well, it should be all right. But if I have to go with another distributor, what I'm going to do, since I'm old school, I'm going to try to find me an old points distributor, original Ford points distributor, and put in it, because I know a lot of you guys frown when I say that, but hey, I'm old school. I know how to deal with points. I mean, I pulled over on the side of the road before because the car wasn't running real good. Took a piece of sandpaper that I keep in the car all the time and file sanding points down, and it run perfect. So I know how to deal with points. Not a problem. But who knows? Who knows what might happen in the future? But for now, we're going with Duraspark, see what happens. And I got a kit for the old carburetor. I think I got the right one. I'm gonna find out a little bit, but put a kit in the carburetor, wired up, fired up. Oh yeah, and another reason I want to try to keep what I got here, Duraspark, make it work, is because I'm cheap. Well, I ain't really cheap, but for this particular rat rod, I mean, it's in bad shape. I mean, and you can see the work I'm doing on it is really rat roddy. I don't want to spend any money I don't have to on this thing. So yeah, frugal, real frugal build here. So the bottom radiator hose, I got to use 2 hoses. I mean, I ain't gonna go, you couldn't buy nothing to fit that anyway as a rat rod. You go tell them you need a radiator hose for a rat rod. Yeah, I've done that before. Anyway, I've got to take 2 hoses and make one. And so I got this piece of exhaust pipe that I cut that I'm gonna use to connect them with. And I learned on a Demon Falcon that when you do that, you need something to keep that hose from hold that hose from blowing off. So yeah. So I weld me some beads there. And don't worry, because the hose is going to go on up on there and it's going to clamp here where it's smooth, so it ain't supposed to leak. So, but yeah, if you do this, no problem with doing this. I mean, it ain't, yeah, they do it all the time, but if you got to have something, it would be perfect if you could roll a bead with like a bead roller or something, but I don't have one to fit that, so go on, fly. Yeah, just weld a couple beads on there and that'll work. Don't never throw nothing away. Yeah, I dug in my radiator hose pile. I got all this stuff. Top hose fits perfect. Bottom hose, I had to put 2 together. You seen that. Heater hose. I just cut me a couple short pieces of 3/4 round bar, made plugs for those. You see how that bottom hose had to come over here, go under, over to the other side. But hey, everything clears perfect. The fan clears by at least 3/4 inch all the way around on the radiator hoses. And so yeah, we good. Rat rod plumbing at its best. Yep, what a mess. I'll tell you what, after wiring that electrical system, I'm rethinking that distributor. Yeah, I might have to do that one wire thing, HEI distributor. And a 1-wire alternator, by the way. It's got a bunch of wires for all that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that in there, but that's all rat nest wiring. Yeah. If I get that government check, that $1,200 deposit from the government, I might have to invest me in a one-wire alternator and a one-wire distributor. So, but anyway, I almost got ready to crank. I need to hook up a fuel line and a gallon jug of fuel, and won't be long I'll be ready to fire it up. It better fire up. It should. Got the carburetor rebuilt, so it should run. All right, first crank ever. No, it's first crank since I've been in here. I cranked it up in the T-Bird last year. So I'm just gonna pour some gas in the carburetor bowl. Just like that right there. See if the pump works. Yeah, it does. We in business, I guess. Hopefully the fuel pump pick it up from there. See what happens. Got my oil pressure gauge hooked up. I ain't got no water in the radiator yet. See if it even start. We'll worry about that. This is my key switch. Got a little spark there, so. See what happens. Jump the solenoid, jump the starter solenoid right here. What's that noise? Something making a noise, I don't like that. Try it again. Something making noise there, I don't like that. Do we have oil pressure? I didn't look. I don't hear noise now. See some sparks flying out of it over there though. Pump it 5 or 10 times. Alright, I'm hot and tired. I'm taking the rest of the day off of pay. Might even take the whole weekend off of pay, who knows. But we getting it. We just ain't got it yet. Appreciate you. See you next time. My name is Red, and I'm about to be running. Well, that rat rod truck gonna burn me some rubber out there.